Hey everybody, welcome to the video surprise of the day. Today we're going to talk about the 2016 Lexus ES 350 pros and con review. Before we get started, please remember to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon when to be notified new videos, and I really appreciate that thumbs up. Thank you very much in advance. Okay, today we're going to look at the 2016 Lexus ES, and this came out in 2013. We're looking at Nubula Gray Pearl, which is a very beautiful color and looks even more beautiful after the car wash over here. I'm going to do a quick walk around first, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more of the vehicle and give you the pros and cons. So this one has a 17-inch split 10-spoke machine finish wheel with 215/55 ZR 17 tires. You notice the front fascia is very toned down compared to, say, the GS. The lights have HID in this one, and also has fog lamps as well too. So the side profile is pretty long. I'm going to give you the dimensions as well. It's a 4-door sedan, front wheel drive only. And the length is 193 inches, the width is 72 inches, and the height is 57 inches. So it's really a long vehicle. Height is really reasonable compared to, say, the Camry or the Avalon. In the back, we're looking at LED brake lights with some chrome finishes around the Lexus logo and also chrome exhaust tips as well too. Very nice, comfortable sedan. Okay, this one has some extras and is part of the premium package. Not only that, it has the Lexus Safety System Plus pre-collision with pedestrian detection, and also has high-speed dynamic radar cruise control lane departure alert as well too, including a navigation system. And let's start out by opening the driver's side door. You notice there are a lot of soft touches on the top, and you got this black with linear wood finish, and you got the power settings for the 3 different controls for the seats, and you got the power windows over here, the power door locks, and also a lockout feature. So notice nice and shiny black finish, glossy, and the door handles are really soft. There's a storage on the bottom over there as well too. Here we can find there's an 8-way driver's seat, forward, back, and also lumbar support as well too. Here we look a little bit more. The seats are black, and these are Nulux leathers, which is invitation leather from Toyota. Very low maintenance and actually lasts pretty long as well too. So we have all-weather floor mats as well as we purchased in this vehicle. So that's something extra. I'll put information in the description if you're interested in getting one of those. Let's look at the panels over here. We notice there's a power mirror settings. There's the auto high beam, parking sensor, blind spot mirror as well too. There's a little storage area for coins and other stuff. Let's see if I could push that button for you right here. And you notice that, you can hold a few coins and stuff like that. And also you got the hood latch. You can open the hood, open the trunk, and also the gas as well too. The gas filter, that is. So let's open the hood. I'm going to show you the engine bay next, and go back to this later on. You got the different readouts you control. You can adjust the steering wheel as well, power steering wheel. Okay, and let's take a look at the 6-cylinder engine over here. First thing we notice, the battery is right in the front. Very simple to maintain, not hard to do. This one has the original battery, it looks like. So this needs to be a little bit clean on the top. Other than that, it's pretty good overall. And behind that, you got the engine filter, really easy to replace. I have a video on that as well too. And next to that is the engine, basically with the engine cover on. So the engine cover is very easy to remove. I do have a video of that. You can search my library. And it's a 3.5 liter, 268 horsepower, 6,200 RPM engine, making 248 pound-feet. And here you got the windshield wiper fluid, the ABS system, and also some fuses as well too. 4-cam, 24-valve V6 engine. Just a little bit more detail on that. Should you need to know more, this engine is actually on a lot of the other vehicles, including the GS, and it makes 21 city, 31 highway, 24 mpg combined, which is not bad at all for a 6-cylinder. And on this vehicle, it's a pretty large vehicle overall as well too. Can you look a little bit more? The radiator's cap is in the front, very accessible as well too. There's no covers or anything that covering the engine bay, which is really nice. Some vehicles, they cover the engine bay. You only see the center part of the engine, which is a little bit hard to maintain because you got to remove the cover. But all the components are still there. and it's very clean overall. This is a CPO vehicle, just wanted to point that out, and was purchased as a CPO vehicle, and it's been pretty much well maintained as well too. So let's take a look over here on top of the hood over here. There's some labels for the emissions, and also it's held up by struts, so you don't have to prop it up. You just open it and you could take what you need to look at in the engine bay. Okay, the next thing I want to look at is actually the trunk. The trunk is a 15.2 cubic feet of trunk space. I have a plastic mat there, plastic liner, just in case for spill, and I also have the cargo net as well. There's also a first aid kit, probably noticed that, and behind that, there's a carpet. You have all your jacks. Yes, I have a wheel spare as well in this particular vehicle. It's always good. Lexus Toyota always give you a spare in most of the vehicles, and you can see that right here. It's a steel spare tire, and it also has a handle for it to pull down and close as well too. Okay, since you already looked at the driver's side door, let's jump to the main parts. So foot on the brake, hit the start button. This is how it looks like when it starts up. All the warning lights come up and double checks, and we have the parking sensor on and the park. So information display is in the middle, and also you got the steering wheel controls for the volume, for the radio, for the phone, as well over here on the left. And also you can control the navi also with the button with the voice. On the right, you got the controls for the dash, all the safety, pre-collision, collision mitigation. And if we look over here, there are a lot of different functions. The navi is an option that you could buy on the 2016. It wasn't included. You got the nice analog clock, and you got the CD player, the radio, and also the climate control settings, which is very easy to use, very intuitive as well too. Oh, here you got ventilated seats. That's something is an extra. You got the one cup holder over here and another one behind that. That's one, and the other one's right over here. I think they did that for space, but it's not that, ergonomic. So here you got some space in the center console and the armrest area, and you got the controls for the navigation as well too. You actually could toggle between Eco, Normal, and Sport as well too with that mode changer. And this one has the new Lux leather. Invitation leather will last longer. On the glove compartment, there's quite a bit of space as well too. So a little bit more on the dash. You control with the buttons over there. You actually could cycle through it, which I'm going to do right now and show you what's on there. It gives you the range, how much you're driving in the fuel, and what's your tire pressure. It gives you a sway warning, after reset. A lot of different data. You also control the audio, lane departure, pre-collision PCS, pre-collision system, lane departure LDA. A little bit on the dash as well too. There's a hot code for the engine. You got the tech. You also have the speedometer. You also have the fuel gauge as well too. And you can just cycle this more if you want to look more into the different settings, or just hit the return arrow to go backwards, or you just use the left arrow to go back to the main menu. So one thing I do note is you got the leather grain steering wheel, which is really nice. And let's do the sun visor test. Okay, does it slide all the way? We'll find out right now. And the answer is yes. This one covers the whole window, which is really nice. And also this one, the light comes out on the vanity mirror. And you got the SOS. You got the map lights here. You got the moonroof that opens. And this one doesn't go all the way to the end. If you want that one, there's another option on a different model. And also the passenger side also slides all the way, by the way. Very nice. And the doors all had this wood trim that makes it look good. In the front, they have a little area to do some storage in the front seats. Let's take a look from the passenger side. You notice that it has power windows, power locks, and nice chrome door handle as well too. but the surface is a little bit hard on the door panels. It's not soft. All right, here you got also the 8-way, including lumbar support, and the seats actually is pretty good. It's a 2016 model, and this is 2020 right now, so they held up pretty well over time. Even though that it's new Lux, actually it does last longer than leather, as in many cases. Oh, it's a good trade-off. And we got the all-weather floor mats. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in getting one of those. Okay, so as you notice, there's a lot of headroom overall in this vehicle. A lot of shoulder room as well too in the front. Okay, look at the passenger seat in the back. You got the nice trim piece for the wood. And you got the chrome door handle, you got the power window, you also got the grab handle with a little cover as well too. And look at the seats over here, you fit 3 with a nice size headrest as well too. You still get the light in the back. That's a really nice feature. Look at all that space over there. And at the same time, you have the vents in the back, which is a blessing. And you got 12 volt, 120 watt. And that's an option, by the way. You also have the map pockets over here. A nice view from the second row to the front. So very spacious. Notice that my leg room is plenty, and also I have plenty of headroom as well too. So if you're 6 feet tall, sitting in the back wouldn't be a problem for this particular vehicle. And the visibility is really great from the second row as well too. So notice that there's grab handles as well too on the sides of the vehicle. Okay, looking on the back of the driver's side, the passenger seat, you know, the door is really similar to the one on the right. There's no special storage area for extra bottled water or anything like that. But all the fine touches are still there. Still got map pockets. Notice the second row foot area is flat all the way through pretty much. Not much noticeable hump. So you can sit 3 passengers very comfortably. And also you got these 2 cup holders. Very accessible and for drinks. And there's also a pass-through over here in the back. And it has some bags over there. You can see that. And it's not lockable though. See, notice that there's no lock in this thing in particular. But definitely the 2 cup holders are pretty good. You just open it like that. So, you know, simple. So that's really a good feature to have. And or you can lift it up and you can sit a passenger as well too. These are new Lux. And they also had these tethers for baby seats that will fit on the second row and the 2 different sides, but not in the center. I don't see anything in the center, but you could tie it down. The hump is very small, and you could, you know, it's easy to get in and out. So this is a front wheel drive vehicle, as opposed to some vehicles that have a big hump. It's a rear wheel drive or a 4-wheel drive vehicle. This one does have this current one has 215/55 ZR17 tires from Hennock, part of the CPO, but it may not have come to this vehicle initially. So I want to point that out because this is a CPO vehicle. And as we walk around, you notice the color and the design is very sharp and beautiful. And you can see the nice wheels and chrome touches throughout the vehicle. It just makes it so much better. So I'm going to do a little test drive right now. So this is going up the hill right now. And notice it has great pickup, great power. The engine's not very noisy. It's very well insulated and very smooth ride overall. So, you know, and I'm just going straight up, trying to keep a consistent speed. And it has lane departure on as well too. So anytime I'm pressing the brake, it goes to eco mode, by the way. So that's something to note. I'm gonna give you my opinion on the pros and cons. Pro is very reliable, very smooth ride, very quiet inside. So like road isolation, you pretty much can't hear much outside. So if you want a quiet and luxurious ride without hearing the noises from outside, this is definitely the vehicle for you. And it also has very good power as well. You know, you see my video going up the hill as I shown. So Okay, on the cons, things I didn't like. The navigation graphics was definitely number one on the con. Small screen to look at was number two. And also it was hard to use with the little mouse, but it's definitely better than a mouse pad. But a touch screen would probably been the more preferred method. So recommendation. So definitely worth a buy. Definitely worth a look as a second look as a CPO or used vehicle. But do shop around and make sure you inspect the vehicle if you're buying a used one. Hopefully you liked the video. I really appreciate a thumbs up and see you next time. Bye.